but they're still a fair way behind.
Well, fans of both sides giving voice at the moment. And the margin, 14 points. Dunstall 4 goals, so he's joined Modra for the season. Modra's kicked 2.
Liptak slaughtering them, just running off half forward into the centre.
Kicked by Visca inside the 50. Smart helps the ball on, which is smart play. It gets behind, but Taylor did well to cover up. Comes across the defensive line. Terrific kick, marked by Crawford. Around Tregenza. Steers the pass well. Condon marks in between halfback and wing. He comes up towards half forward. Hudson. Punch came from behind. Tasker. Hudson's got him. Then he goes down. Grabbed by Rasciuto. A very wide pass. Too wide for Lee. And the ball out of play.
Peter, I was just having a look at Modra before attacking the football. I'm just wondering if he's carrying an injury. Last week against Collingwood, there was a bit of a scare where he hurt his ankle, but he doesn't appear to be running flat out or hasn't got the leap that we know he possesses.
Here's Anthony Condon at half-back, trying to keep it in play. He brings it around the boundary line. Ben Allen there with Ricky Nixon to help out. And eventually it's forced over the line on centre wing. Just over 3 minutes left in this vital third term. Hawthorn desperately trying to come back. Adelaide hanging on well.
Clean possession, Wren. Back he goes to Visca. His left footer bounces out of play. Gains about 25 or 30 metres. 79 plays 65. Brown preparing to come back on. Scores were level at quarter time. Crows led by 24 at half-time. And at the moment, in the last 3 minutes of the third quarter, the margin's 14 points in favour of the Crows. Platten, a South Australian, trying to beat the South Australian club side here.
Good pressure there.
Centering kick, Smart in front. Oh, might have taken that mark. Nugent and Anderson take each other out of it. Jenke was terrific. Langford goes for a bounce. This could be full back to full forward. Langford. Dunstall. Free kick was the decision. It wasn't a mark. It's a free kick to Dunstall.
Great play there from Chris Langford for the second time. We see him coming down, charging down, leaving Modra 50 or 60 metres behind in his wake as Brown comes back onto the ground. I think it was Pittman that came off. Corns has done that a couple of times, interchanging a small for a tall and vice versa, trying to unbalance the Hawthorn defence. But this is a vital goal.
Dunstall for his 5th. He's missed to the right. That's Adelaide cheering. Adelaide fans behind that goal. And it would have been a handy one for Hawthorn.
Well, the Hawks have had plenty of the play. They really have had the chances, Gerard, haven't they, in this term?
Yes, full credit to the Crows. I think they've withstood probably the best that Hawthorn can throw at them. And if they can just go in with the same lead they've got now, I'd imagine that they should run out the game winners. But Hawthorn are too experienced in finals to give it up.
Well, a loose ball at half-back. Scott Lee kicks it quickly. Out wide. And it looks like Tasker. It is Sean Tasker. That's right.
Certainly given some bite on the wing for Hawthorn, young Crawford, a move that was, in my view, well and truly late in coming.
Well, far too late. Should have started Crawford now. Here's Ben Allen trying to crash his way through. Condon's there also. Scott Lee gets it into Bickley. Bickley goes to ground. Jarman weaves through the pack. That was great play. In towards half forward. Jenke at the back. Good mark, Jenke. Top mark. Now he's playing on the left foot because he can see Crawford as he lifted. He's lifted this side. On to Paul Cooper. Cooper can chip it wide to Hudson. They've got time to get a goal. Just under a minute to go. Hudson in towards half forward. Dunstall can't mark. Plattner's there. Backup support from Ricky Nixon. It's kicked away. They race after it. Scott Lee will head for the boundary line over. No, he doesn't. He handballs back to Wren. Wren inside. Tony McGuinness. Kicks wide. Jason Taylor waiting for the bounce. They've got 30 seconds, Hawthorn, to get it down there. Here's Condon marking at half forward. Hand pass. Oh, Crawford's had a blitzing third quarter. He kicks it wide. Out there is Dunstall and a beautiful kick by Crawford.
Once again going to that vacancy out on the outer flank. Always Dunstall leads to his right when the ball is coming down on his left-hand side. Hawthorn have been using this strategy for many years, and to great success, obviously.
Crawford, 9 possessions for the quarter.
Has made the difference. There's the siren. Oh, what a vital kick this is. Dunstall has kicked 4. The Hawks need it. Right on 50. Dunstall kicks. It looks good. He's done it. 5 goals for the champion. Hawthorn. The Hawks back in business. Alan Joyce, John Hook coming onto the ground. This is going to be a ding-dong last quarter here at the MCG. That little fella there has lifted the team. Graham Corns comes out to meet his charges. 3-quarter time at the MCG. What a last quarter it will be. 12-7, 79 the Crows. Hawthorn 10-12, 72. So the bounce. Season on the line for Hawthorn and the Adelaide Crows. Centre of the ground, very important. Platten gets first blood as he goes forward to the half-forward line. Taken away by Rashudo. In towards half-forward, Cooper back with the flight of the ball. Nigel Smart read it beautifully. Smart chips it in, looking for Modra, and he hits him right on the chest, and that's just what Adelaide wanted to start the final term.
Well, he hasn't led like that for most of the day, Peter, and that's his big strength. We know he can take the big grabs in the mark, but this is his bread and butter. When he gets out, takes a mark.
Tony Modra for his 3rd of the game. It drifts, and he has missed. Oh, that's a vital miss to start the final term. And there's a Crow supporter trying to G on her players. Langford doing a fine job on Modra. That would have been handy to Adelaide.
Modra, 2 goals, 2 for the day. Kick in by Langford. Taylor taking some good marks.
Been one of the Hawks' best.
Back he goes to Cooper. Slightly towards the outer side. Poor disposal. Nixon was outnumbered 2-1. Now Hudson with desperation, flinging himself at the ball. But they've turned it over. McDermott got it. Platten got a fingernail to it out to Nixon. Crawford slipped. Nixon again. Platten. And hasn't he enjoyed the roving roll after half-time? And the ball's out at right half-forward for the Hawks.
Well, we saw his ankle getting plenty of attention at the 3-quarter time huddle, perhaps even a pain-killing injection going in there.
McDermott has been a fine player. On to Tony McGuinness. To centre wing. Over the back was Cooper, and he thumps it back towards the line. And it beats Shane Crawford over. That little man lifted Hawthorn in the 3rd term. There's Darren Baxter, former Footscray half-back. Throw in on centre wing. First goal of this last term, very important. Wren and Deere. Deere wins it. Condon is there. Back up somewhat. Oh, Allen went without it. That was Visca. Now Allen. Allen on towards Platten. Platten go forward, and the umpire said a throw.
Oh, wrong.
Umpire's paid a throw at half-back. Free kick. And it will go to Simon Tregenza.
Well, it should have gone against him. It was either a throw or holding it too long. Centre wing. Wren tries to go off the ground. Kicked it back into the pack. Jarman and McGuinness, the 2 11s. Up to Crawford. Ooh. Beautiful pass by Crawford. A sizzler right onto the chest of Nixon. Left footer by Ricky Nixon. 35 metres out from goal. Here's on the forward line. Couldn't take the mark. Back to the 50. Platten still after it. Going at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Hudson. Round on the right. This is close. Oh, what a goal! Sensational goal by Paul Hudson. At the margin, 2 points.
Yes, well done to Paul Hudson. He's kicked the goal at a time when Hawthorn needs it most. I've been a little bit critical of his performances in big games. But this one was an absolute gem. Under some pressure, tightens up the angle on himself by going onto his right boot. But that was a superb goal right at the vital moment. And a good move from Hawthorn. Ayres up into the forward line and Gowers in defence.
Hawthorn again. Johnny Platten. In towards half-forward, it's thumped away. Ricky Nixon went without it. Andrew Jarman. Hand pass out wide.